Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the ERA, the Racing Association, the elite kind, nonetheless. So, we are here at Atlanta, and I am excited for this race because Atlanta is actually a very fun track. A very fun track, actually, where you can actually make up a lot of different lines, a lot of different strategies. Tires will be important. However, you also have the flip side where draft is going to be very important. People call this track essentially a play track just for how it runs in the actual game. Really weird, actually, how that kind of throws things a little bit. But you have essentially 12 drivers here, all looking at their first. Well, apart from Nathan right here, where you have him highlighted, he is actually looking for his second win of the season. Everyone else is looking for their first win of the season. Shoot, even last season's champion, Kalen, is looking for his first win of the season. He is actually sitting P2 in points, though, four back by our point leader, who is not actually here. Cyber is actually not here in preparation for going to the real life clash in California. So, because of that, he will not be able to race tonight. In fact, actually, there will be a lot of different drivers that will not be able to join tonight. We also have uh, we also have Mike hit the pace car. We also have Vince. We also have Mr. Excitement, just to name a couple that are not joining us. So it looks like they have 13 drivers now. Selling Dreams deciding to come in just a little bit late. Not a big deal. But yeah, definitely these guys are looking to get a heads up on their competition here. But actually, here in Atlanta, you're only as good as who you're drafting with, much like in a play track. So let's actually kind of go through the field. So uh, don't worry about me. Technically, pole is Nathan right here. P2 will belong to young boy Terrell. There we go. P4 or sorry, P3 will belong to Kalen. I think he started P3 for three straight weeks here. I'm actually gonna double check that stat line now that I look at it. Kalen, his average start has been P4. Okay, no, so I lied a little bit, but he's been nonetheless in the top five for well, I mean, basically the entire season so far. Pretty good. And with that, we have a. Then we actually have to go to Dakota, who is in P4. Um, and after that, we are about to get everything all set up here. So I'm going to mute myself just for a hot second, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and with that, timer is rolling. So to complete the top five, just to kind of go with what I was talking about, Brian SP, very strong run from him. That he is looking for some good points. Currently, he is in the playoffs by virtue of points, sitting P10. But any points that he can gain, the better off he will be. So with that, we have 15 seconds before we actually have to back on out of this lobby. So essentially, we'll be running with 13 here. It looks like definitely good for these guys to get some much-needed points. And with that, we're gonna back on out right now. And essentially, we can just rejoin right here. I'm gonna wait. 3, 2, 1, and join. Perfect. All right, and with that, we actually have a um, we have a Well, I mean, a good race on our hands right here. Atlanta is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm actually going to see how the back of the pack will actually work here in the opening run. All right, so with that, we actually have Nathan joining the chat right now. So he is racing right now, but of course he wants to hear what is going on right here. So let's actually go to Selling Dreams right here and see what he sees in front of him. So we are green here in Atlanta for the full Tavana Quick Trip 125, 81 laps right now, and oh my goodness, a lot of insanity already. That is exactly not what you want to see. People kind of hitting the bumper or the apron right there, and then you basically careen yourself into the outside lane. So here is Selling Dreams, the 88 as well. It looks like all sorts of loose. Total checking up. He was flat-footing it right through there. But meanwhile, Nathan here, it's single file up here in the front of the pack. Oh, we have a spinner in the back of the pack. Who was that? Looks like it was the 88 of Goofer. Single car incident, so he must have clipped the apron a little bit too much and went spinning because of that. Because, oh, that is super unfortunate. If we go green here, that means that we won't get much stage points. So we're Scott here in P9. He is, or sorry, in the number 9. Currently sitting P11. The 21 of TLP is actually directly in front of him. So he is looking to basically just ride right now. Everyone's going to be basically single file. With a couple of exceptions, there's the 22 being the only one out. But actually, weird how that's actually going to work on out, because the 22, by virtue of going to the... Ooh, the 24 being aggressive, but he bounces off the apron. That's going to allow him to go 3 wide. The 18 actually lets the 24 in, though. Oh, so the 14 making a bold move right there. And it actually worked on out. It kind of kicked the 14 out of the way a little bit. But much like the 22 here, the 14 is going to be all by his lonesome on the top side. But the top side actually gets the virtue of the draft here, so you can see how he gains a little bit of ground, but the 6 is actually going to act as a buffer here. So the 24 here of Terrell is actually looking to have a little bit of an extension of the lead. Here's Loho in the 32. The 48 as well as the 51 of Rambo and the 48 of Pugzilla. Actually clipping the grass there in the front. Some people do that. There's really no harm. You lose a little bit of time, but nothing too crazy. But you can see that the top 9 have essentially expedited themselves away from the rest of the field. So you have the 22 going underneath the 00. The 00 actually holding stout, and there we go. The 00 actually going a little bit too wide right there, but will find his home back in the bottom side. So because of that, you actually have the pack, the front pack of 7, starting to pull themselves away. So, but we are going side by side up there. It looks like Nathan is actually gonna go past Mike right here, and because of that, he will collect P3 again. But the 18 and the 24, I wonder if they're going to be trying to work together. They seem to have been working really good so far. Like what the 18 was doing, a high arc into the Atlanta front stretch. It allows for basically to carry a lot of momentum here into turn 1. But because of that, you kind of, choke on off. Hold tight. And the 22 kind of kicks the 6 right there. Now the 6 is definitely looking to collect his ground yet again. The 14 is actually underneath the 18 here, but the 24 will not be running the top side and will actually should be able to clear the 14 right here on the back stretch, because the 24, I'm sure, oh no, the 14 does right there. So now it's the 18 of Kalen that's going to be kicked out of the way and into the top side. You can see that the drivers in the back of the pack right here are actually starting to spread on out. This front pack is no longer a pack of 7. It's now a pack of 6. The 32 has left this little front pack, and now we are going to see who can actually gain some ground by themselves. So the 48 and the 51 side by side right here, and the 21 and the 9 trying to gain some ground as they are going side by side. You don't want to be side by side for too long because you can actually lose a lot of time. The more time that you actually spend side by side as the 22 of Dakota gets kicked up and out of the way in front. Oh, I wish I would have caught that live, but the 22 unfortunately being by themselves. So now that leaves oh, he's still in the lead pack. Okay, so that's so good for him. So as the 18 here kicks it back into high gear and goes into P3. The 6 following in P4. P5 belongs to Brian SP, so looking good from him. And then you also have the 22 that is just in the back of the pack. But this front pack is definitely stretched on out a little bit. Not like it was, but 32 though. Still trying to hold his own as I see someone in the back. That is the 21. Kind of looks like getting loose off of 2. So definitely trying to, I guess, use up as much of the pavement as possible, I will say. You saw a lot of kicking up of the dirt right there. So it looks like the 00 kind of got kicked out of line. The 22 is going to be looking to make a quick pass here as the 14 try to make a bonsai move to the bottom, but the 24 with the block. The aggressive blocking all the way around. Of course, this is only stage 1. You would sort of think that this would be coming in stage 2 or maybe even stage 3. That's a move that you'd see even for the win. But the 24 deciding to pull out all the stops, saying, you know what? I was here in Homestead. I want that win right now. The 6 is going to get below the 18, but no, actually, there's no room for him to go. Lovely move from the 6 right there, trying to hold on to his spot. But right there, you can actually see that these guys are actually separating themselves. The 00 has lost all sorts of ground as the 18 went into grass in order to try to make the pass, and the 14 knocks the 24 out of the way. Oh my goodness me! What happened there? I'm sure the 24 is livid after that. Oh my goodness me. Me, oh my. So the 24, I'm sure, is not too happy. As I looked on board, looks like the 18 went below in order to get past the 14. The 14, now the leader, but with that hyper-aggressive move right there, that is not how you make friends, I will say that. They're side by side, the 18 and the 14 right here. The 6 kind of bouncing off the apron. Not going to help out the 22's momentum right here. The 6, though, on the bottom, the 22 on top. And the 14, a bit of a checking up of the 18 right there. A bold move, and the 14 now going to get kicked up into the way of the 22, who is now on the top side. The 6 is still down low, though. He's doing a great job in order to hold his own right there, but the 14 and the 18 keep swapping spots. Oh my, oh my. And the 6 as well goes below the grass, and the 22 is there. He has to give the top side. The people taking the runs, and here we go. But just like that, the 24 is back. Let's actually go on board with the 24 right here. As the 22 is in the wall, I don't know what happened there, but the 22 goes into a bit of, I don't even know. I can't even explain what just happened right there. But the 24 makes a good move right there. This actually brings the 32 into it. So the 32, who was P7, originally in this lead pack, is now back in it. Very solid run from him so far. And just like that, the 00 actually bounced off the apron. The 32 is going to collect a free spot right there. So the 24, I'm sure, is going to be trying to get back up there. But they are definitely making moves, pushing and shoving, and getting each other out of the way. And with that, the 6 actually leads that lap that time. So good run from the 6 right here of WRX Mike. Of course, a newcomer to the league. The 14 is there. People, oh my god, the runs just keep coming. But just like that, the 18 doors the 14 a little bit right there, saying, hey, I don't appreciate that right there. And with that, it pinches the 14, but the 14's there and kicks the 18 up. So with that, you're going to see the 14 and the 24 back together yet again. So we're going to see how that's going to actually shake on out. Let's actually see from the perspective of the 32, because you have the 32 now going for the move. Oh, the 24 with a very aggressive move to take P3. Excellent job from him. Oh, what happened back here with the 48? The 48 spinning. Oh my goodness me, he stopped on the track. No caution for that, though. That looks like the 2 of Selling Dreams is out of this race, so he'll get points for just showing up. So thanks for coming on out, Selling Dreams. It looks like a DNF from him, an engine failure. But yeah, the 14 is back here. The 6 as well. Definitely going on up to to the lead right here. He has a bit of a decent gap on him too. The 24 of Terrell right here. You have working with the 18, trying to get past. Looks high, but nowhere to quite go. Still a lot of time left because as we see this in this stage, you will have to start thinking about stage 2. You don't have to pit in this stage, but definitely you have to think about what adjustments you're going to make, what air pressure changes you're going to do, your wedge, your tape. You know, there's a lot of things that you can account for here in this these moves. The 6 blocks low. The 18 tries to go up high. He thought about trying to do the crossover, but just like that, the 24 said, you know what, it's time to go. And with that, the 24 is going to go with the 6. Maybe go 3 wide, thinking about it, but no. Right here, the 6 is definitely still down low, and the 24 is still there. The 18 no longer has that topside momentum. The 6 is going to be looking down low because here comes the 24. The 24 maybe go below the yellow line. No, he's going to run with the 6 right here, knowing that that is the fastest line. But the 22 and the 14, where are they going to go? Are they going to go 3 wide? Maybe, maybe not. The 18 squeezes the 6 and the 24. There's a little bit of a checkup here. Here we go. It's coming to the line, and the 6 still led, but it is now 3 wide for a hot second as the 14 goes past the 22. And the 6, what happened there? Kind of checking up the bottom lane. I think he got loose, but that is not helping out the 24 right there, as now the 18 and the 14 back together yet again. You wanted to be on the top side there, as these guys are the 32. Where did he come from? He's back up in here. Let's go! Loho making moves. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And that was the stage. Woo! So it looks like from that, basically the top 4, as you see it right there, the 18 of Kalen, the 14 of Agent Orange, and then you also have the 6 of WRX Mike completing the top 3 right there. And then Dakota finishing P4. 24, I do believe, finished P6. Loho P7, and then, oh, Worst God, definitely coming in hot, I guess. So hopefully we get some picks here soon. So I have to see, as the runs get heavier, Stage 2 is now going to be in play. So unfortunately, the 48 fact, actually, let's kind of go on board. Looks like the 48 did get the lucky dog there. Super unfortunate from the 88, but he also does not get any stage points from that. It looks like he may have actually took the wave around right there, as we are now back going again in stage 2. The 21 bounced off the apron. The 88 is on the apron. A bit of a bold choice of move right there. And just like that, the 21 now looking as the 51 actually kind of kicks the 21 out of the way and saying, you know what, we're losing too much time. It's time to go already. 18 with a bold move. I totally missed the move for the lead right there. But here we are. Ooh, big chop, and the 14 goes up. That was by his best friend of the 22 right there. And just like that, he's going to lose not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 positions from P3 all the way back to P8. And Worstcod now trying to be one of those positions back. But look at the moves, the runs that are being made. The 00 takes it. Oh, was thought about taking it 3 wide. But look at that move. Oh my God. The 14 goes, and there was a little bit of a of contact between him and the 00, but thankfully nothing too crazy. So with that, back to it yet again. The 32 now getting that run, and on the tops, they're going to try to slip on in behind the 14. Let's kind of check on in with the leaders here. It's the 18 of Kalen, the 6 WRX Mike being P2, and you have the 24 of Terrell, that is P3. Now remember, they had a bit of a run in there in between P3 and P4 in stage 1. Hopefully nothing occurs there, knowing that, hey, it's time to go. The 22 is seeing the 32 bounce off the apron. He's like, you know what, I kind of want that spot right there. And with that, you can actually see that as everyone kind of fans out, no longer is it the pack racing that we saw, or that we saw in stage 1. It's actually now pretty spread on out. You can see the front 4 essentially getting together, but after that, it's basically everyone's game. The 32 and the 22 are the closest together. The 00 behind that, the 9 of Worstcod behind, and then you have the 51 kind of by his lonesome. The 88 going up the track, the 48 of Pugzilla. Oh, but a little bit of contact, and that's the 21. Oh, getting clapped right there. That is not what you want to see. The 88. Not quite sure what was going on there. So, there on the apron, the 48 and the 88, definitely not the caution that they would have wanted right there. So anyway, but the race goes on though. So here's the front pack right here. And then you also have the then you also have a battle for P5 back here. That is between Loho and the 22 of Dakota. The 00 of Brian SP trying to be in that little kerfuffle right there. The 6, wanted to come on down, but the 14 was there already. And because of that, you have the 18 now going to be doing some blocking because the 14 is coming. The 32 signaling to come on pit road. That was a little strange. Just kind of going through the rest of the field right now as we see it. Here's the 9, seeing the front 3 in front of him. That is Dakota, Brian SP, and the 32 of Loho. Kind of pull away a little bit. Nathan gets back to the lead. And then towards the back of the pack, and then that's where you have the, that must have been some kind of lag surge right there, either from the 00 or the 32. We didn't see it on our screen, but clearly that's what happened with the 00 right there. Very, very strange. I wish we could have seen, like, lag like that. That's actually something that hopefully comes out in the new game that, hey, you know, your ping needs to go up. Anywho, So back to the front runners though. Here's the 6, the WRX Mike, looking to go below the 14. The 14 actually bounces off the apron. And so with that, you are now down to that. So the 48 of Pugzilla parking it for the night. Now down to the 21 aggressively going down to the bottom lane in order to. That was the 88. I don't know what he's doing up there. The 22 kind of claps the wall a little bit. Here comes the 21. 10 to go in this stage. Thank you so much, Nathan. But the 22 had such a big run. He didn't quite see it was coming. And just like that, he's going to lose 1, 2, and maybe 3 spots here with the 9. And that is just how quickly things can change with that. Alright, so, now down to, less than 10 to go here in this stage. You have the 14, leading the 24, the 24 on, the outside of, tucks back in, the 32 of Loho trying to come back in, and just like that, you have, I like that line right there, but at the same time, by running that line on the front stretch, it really takes away from your entry speed. Coconut, interesting. What happened to half the field? I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. So the 32 now bringing it below the 24 for that. Oh, a little bit of contact between that and the 24 right there. The 6 and the 18 going on out, and here we are right now. The 22 behind. You see 2 cars in the pit lane. Well, 1 lagged out and 1 parked it for the night. So we're now down to 11 drivers, the 9 and the 51, doing the tango right here. You can see that they're trying to dance, but also trying to pass each other at the same time. Not quite sure how that's going to work. And just like that, you have a... Oh, my goodness, a little bit of contact right there. A little bit of swerve and Urbans. So, with that... well, that's unfortunate, Coconut. Unfortunately, he's going to finish 12th here tonight. And with that, you have the 14 now back to the lead still. As we are approaching the end of Stage 2, it is now time to go. You are trying to collect as... Why'd he park it, though? Because he tried to bring out a caution not once, but twice. So when you're trying to intentionally bring out a yellow, well, you get parked. So, yep. And with that, there goes the lead for the 14. The 24 now to the point 6 in WRX Mike, the P2, the 18 P3. The 18 trying to follow. There's the 32 that are but a little bit of contact right there. No one giving an inch in the 14. Back into the P4 position, but the 32 of Loho unfortunately making contact with him. We have a big move to the lead right here. The 6 to the lead. The 18 is going to go 3 wide. We must be down to 2 laps to go right now, because here we go. The 24 and the 6 now looking to take the point, and it's like that, 3 wide. I think that was the 24. I would assume it was the 24, the 6, and then the 18, the 14 right behind. So I wish we would have gotten stage results right there. No one's giving me stage results, so that is... it's going to be 27 to go then, more than likely, because Nathan is letting us know. More than likely 27 to go come the green flag. So with that, stage 3 is actually going to be on the way. And with that, we're going to see actually how things are going to roll. So, the 24, yep, was the stage 2 winner right there. And then the 6 on the outside, the 18 down low, the 14. Coconut, I'm not going to discuss this right now. Oh, the 22 hits the apron! Oh, he spins! Oh, my goodness me! All by his lonesome! Oh, my gosh! Oh, that sucks. The 22 must have clipped the apron and goes for a ride. Super unfortunate from the for the 22. Oh, just nothing. Something always goes wrong is what I'll say. There's always something. The 51 swapping positions with the 88 right here. The 22 has to do his best in order to get back up here. Super unfortunate for the 22. These guys actually may have to start thinking about pitting. There will have to, I don't think there'll actually be a world where they actually able to go the entire distance on one tank of fuel, let alone tires. 27 laps, 30 if Nathan was not accounting for the 6 kind of bounces off the apron right there, and the 14 takes that spot. He wasn't counting for the 3 laps under caution. Who knows? But either way, there is a high chance that there is going to be a new winner. Currently, the only one with a win here in the field is actually the 14 right here. We're on board with him. And with that, you have a big move by the 6. So the double zero, the 32, the 24, trying to get back up to the front in order to try to snag those precious 5 playoff points. So yeah, with that, these guys are definitely trying to move and group, but the 6 goes low, and what a beautiful move by the 6 right there. Definitely what that's what dreams are made of, honestly. So as these 3 kind of just, I would hope mellow out because, you know, they have a lot of racing to go. Let's kind of check in with the 22. 22, oh, super unfortunate by him. Just no luck, Chuck. He is all by his lonesome. Currently sitting P11. And with that, it's going to be a while until he catches someone. So actually, let's kind of check on in with the nearest competition that he will face. So it looks like it's going to be the 88 right there. And there they are in turn 1. We're going to be on board with the 48. So turn 1, middle of turn 2, exiting turn 2, crossing the start-finish line right now. So he has a little bit until he can get a top 10. But a top 10 is definitely in the cards. So yeah, we'll have to see if fuel strats are actually going to be playing a factor, because not even just for fuel, tires can actually start burning before they actually go on out and actually go. So here goes the 24 making the move on the 14. The double zero is going to try to follow. The double zero right here trying to follow the 24 and will. Oh, but he bounced off the apron. Never mind, I guess. Oh, little mistakes like that. Oh, my goodness me. 32 has already fallen off this little train up here. So he is now, he's sitting comfortably in P6 right now. And P8 belongs, or P7 belongs to Worst Cow. So let's actually check on out with the rest of the field as we are doing that. So there is P7 right there. And P8 belongs to Rambo. P9 belongs to TLP, who is right there. P10 is Goofer. P11 is Dakota. Out of this 13-car field, 2 DNFs out of this race. And just like that, you have a bit of a conundrum, I will say. If you are the leader, you have a big worry on your hands. You are trying to make this stint last as long as possible, but also try to save up your stuff. I think that's what the 24 is realizing. Because he could full throttle it right here and just be able to close that gap, but he's not really doing that. Same thing with the 14. You could try to make a move on the 24, but he's not doing that. I think people are trying to play the long game here. So with that, the 24 probably has the best seat in the house. As long as the 14 doesn't make a move, that's going to be the big question mark here. But definitely the person that is pushing is probably, well, not probably, is better off than that leading. So the 18 and the 24 are in the worst spots right here. The 14 and the 6 are in the best. The double zero has to a little bit kind of do the hustle a little bit in order to catch up. But I think he can. I think he can do it. Checking in with the 22 right here. Hearing, let's kind of see what his competition is. Okay, there they are entering turn 1. He's getting closer for that top 10. But, oh yeah, like I said, no luck Chuck for Dakota. He is definitely trying to best of a bad situation, I will say. So, with that, so the top 4 are basically solidified right now. The 32 of Loho, doing his best back here. That is P6, like I said. P7 is now Rambo. I wonder what happened to Worst Cod. He is nowhere in sight. The 88 did pit, so that's gonna be good for the. That's good for the 22. So that's P10 right there. So here's the 21 and the 9 of Worst Cod right there. So a good, nice pass by Rambo in order to get that spot. Also, I should also mention that the more they draft with each other here, the higher the chance that the battle for the win is going to be between these four drivers. That is probably the best way to go about things right here. Is to actually look and basically work with each other right now and try to extend the gap between your nearest competition, who is now just a single car. That 00 back there, right there. Unless these guys start fighting, that 00 is going to be a non-factor for this win, because 4 cars in draft, especially at a pseudo play track like Atlanta, will pull away from any drivers by themselves, which is why the rest of the field right here, 10 to go, so meaning 9 to go this time. So we'll have to see if well, tires or fuel will play a factor. I'm sure that is why the 24 and the 14 are backing off the way they are. Yep, 9 to go. So I'm going to be counting down the laps, because here we go. So as we are looking at the rest of the field, here is the 22. Like I said, he has already, the 9 already pitting, so that's another spot right there. So that's obviously someone, tires and fuel will play a factor. Now, I wonder who will make the best out of a bad situation here and realize that, hey, you know what? It's time to schmoove right now. It's time to start saving. It's time to go. So 8 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 8 laps to go. Who is the saver? Who is the driver that was able to make it all the way? 32 as well has been by his lonesome. That is not helping. 7 to go. It's 7 laps until the good. 51 as well. Must have already maybe pit? Because, or something or other happened, because the 22 is just in front of him. And maybe the 22 pit and I just missed it. 6 to go this time. The 14 has passed the 24. I wonder if that's a sign that he's telegraphing that he's good to go. So we're going to be on board with the 9 right here. So it's, like I said, 6 to go right here, ladies and gentlemen. 6 laps to go. The 9 probably has the best seat in the house for watching this finish. The 14 makes the move. There it goes. But in draft, I think the 6 still has it. No, he doesn't. He gives it up. Gives up the ghost. It's 5 laps to go. 5 to go in order to seal who is going to well, win the race. 5 laps. 5 quintessential laps to go. 14 trying. I don't think he wants to pull the trigger too early. I think everyone wants to you know, go as late as possible. At least that's what I would do. Basically, yeah, blocking low, that's a sign to me that the 18 is probably good to go. 4 laps to go. A pair of 4s. The 18 bounces off the apron, is going to come down and leave the door open. The 14 is going to take it. This is the battle for the lead right here. The 6 goes up with the 18, but will actually have to go down low. No, he doesn't. He lets the 18 in. Oh, the scenes. And with that, 3 laps to go. Triple the times the laps to go, and just like that, a little bit of tap to the back of the 14 right here, and just like that, the 6 is actually going to play devil's advocate. Yeah, you got to start blocking. The 18 goes low, but there's no room down there. It's coming to a pair of laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your butts. The 14 kind of bounces off the apron. They have to really rock and roll this apron, or this bottom side right here. The 18 goes low, a little bit tap at the bumper. Oh, the 18 moves him. Oh, my goodness me. And just like that, the 18 not only ruins himself a chance at the win, but also the 14 as well. And just like that, the 6 of WRX Mike will go on the final lap to lead this race. What can the 24 do? The 9 of Worst is not a factor. He is a lap down. And just like that, coming to the checkered flag right now, the 6 and the 24. No room to be made for the 24. The 6 will win the race. Wow. What a finish, I will say. So here's everyone that was able to make it the rest of the way. There goes the 51. Here comes the 22. He's sputtering. You heard that right there. So we're going to get these guys up into the booth right now. So we're going to... Yep, the 18 and the 24 looks like we're on their last legs, because there they go pitting. Usually whenever they're under AI control, that is a sign that they were out. They were sputtering across the line. Looks like the 6 and the 14 had enough. And remember, they were the followers here. So with that, as we look to the fastest lap, that belongs to Kalen with a 2:16. And just like that, let's get these guys up into the booth. All right. So while let's okay, we're gonna get our top 3 in here because I missed it. The um, the the final results. So we're gonna blue screen here. I'll be right back. All right. So the party has been made. So let's see how everything is rolling. So we got our picks here. So let's kind of go through the full results while we wait for everyone to join. Um, so we have WRX Mike, who won, of course, we saw that. Terrell, of course, P2, we saw that as well. I mean, That's clear. The only not clear thing was actually Nathan, Agent Orange, grabbing it over Kalen, who was sputtering at the line. That's what I was gathering. So that's P3 and P4 respectfully. Brian SP P5, Loho P6, TLP P7, Dakota P8, Rambo P9, Worst Cop P10, and that means P11 belongs to Goofer. P12 is that is Pugzilla, and P13 Selling Dreams. All right, so let's see who is all in here. Everyone is in here. Perfect. So we are going to say congratulations, guys. That was a that was a heck of a race. I will say that. Well, with that we have um, well, a brand new winner. That's 3 for 3. Let's start with that, but we'll get to him in a second. Last week's winner though was actually finishing P3 tonight. Nathan, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, so Agent Orange, in case you don't know, um, was feeding me lap info. So while driving, so thank you so much for that.
Yep. Yep.
P3, you were kind of all over the place. Of course, you kind of were hovering around the top six, top seven most of the night. But all the runs were super aggressive. People were schmooving, grooving, and even dare I say, going for every possible run. What was it like from your driver's seat?
Yeah, it's just Atlanta, honestly. It brings out the demons in all of us because of how aggressive you got to be to, you're at a disadvantage to be in the lead because you're just that much slower. So as a leader, you just got to block, and blocking leads to people pushing and shoving, and just what happens.
Well, exactly, and yeah. Not only were you blocking, but for the lead, but you were also making the moves as well to kind of get up there. Now let's kind of get the elephant out of the room here. You were knocked out of the way with 2 laps to go, going into turn one. I'm sure you were livid because essentially that took away your chance at the W. What was your mindset like at that point?
I was a little bitter about it because I could see that Kalen had the run, but I specifically put myself on the line on the inside, hoping that he would see that he'd have to back out or like he'd have to be on the apron. And instead of just backing out, getting in line, and trying again, he just ran up the track and punted me. I would have rather raced it out, but that's how it goes. Um, I accidentally did the same to Terrell. Uh, we were going into one, and he was trying to hold me down, respectively. But doing that, I hit the apron, and then when you hit the apron, it jumps you up 5 feet, and I couldn't help it. But yeah, bitter, but it is how it goes. I don't know if he ran out at the line or if he felt bad and let me go by, but yeah, good points night, I guess. I got a P2 and a P4 in the stages, and a P3 in the finish. So
All right, well, and that's exactly what it's like at some points. Just kind of racking up those points. That is the biggest thing. You're already in to the playoffs. Should you meet the minimum race requirement, of course. So just as many points as you can get. That's the biggest thing. So congrats there. Podium finish.
appreciate it. What's next week's race?
Darlington.
Oh, sick.
All right, and speaking of Terrell, Nathan was speaking that there was a little bit of tappy tap going on between you two. Terrell, let's hear it from your side of things. Now, of course, P2, much like everyone, honestly, in the top four finishers, you were leading at one point, then you kind of fell into the back and like to about six, but then you raced your way back up there. Terrell, if I could be wrong, but it seemed like you did that the most out of the top runners. So another P2 to add to your collection here.
Yep. basically, like he was kind of saying, it's typical Atlanta. Really, I mean, when I had to lead, it's kind of like you just got to run the bottom and protect the bottom. And if you don't protect the bottom, you're just gonna get Frank trained. And I thought I thought certain people were being a little bit over aggressive. I'm not gonna name nobody, but I mean that's racing. I mean whatever. I I I fell back there a couple of times. Yeah, it was one time. It was kind of not my. I mean, kind of just got shoved back there, but one time it was more so just my own accord, just letting people go and just seeing how the race was gonna turn out. But uh, for the most part, it was all right. I didn't. I thought it was pretty. I mean, it was. I thought it was okay for the most part. I didn't see nothing besides what the 48 did. I didn't see nothing egregious.
Well, the 48, because of that, I mean, it was pretty clear what happened there. So I mean, that's a story for after the race.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 24 though, I mean, you have your I guess I would call him your teammate. WRX Mike winning the race. You have a good. You two worked well. You and the 18 as well. You three the Three Musketeers worked really well throughout the entire of the race. Now, what can you guys do as we translate that to Atlanta or not Atlanta, Darlington? My bad.
Uh, well, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, well, sometimes that is Atlanta. I said in the pre-race that essentially Atlanta is a play track. That's the best way to describe it. At least on this game with how this works here, it is a play track, and I guess now that we think about it, it's essentially going to be a play track in real life now with the repave. So that's just how Atlanta is. But we have a lot of different stories to talk about for sure. But I mean, WRX Mike, that's first and foremost is that we have three different winners, and you're number three. I mean, do you think you can break the mold here and try to be the next multi-time winner next week? That's not your MO. Yeah, that's not your MO. It was a good finish. I got that live. So with that, I think that wraps it up for us. Any shout outs that any of you three want to give before we close on out for the night?
Uh, yeah. Good race, guys. Looking forward to
Yeah,
Feel like I'm
good race.
fairly
I
decent
look
there.
forward to Darlington. I ain't gonna be cocky or nothing like that. Call my shot, but I think I got something for that track. So
Ooh, well,
we'll see.
I always think I have something for Darlington until turn two bites me. And like literally, it's like that little crease exiting turn two. I'm like, okay, I got this, and then all of a sudden I'm like sideways. Okay, I guess I don't got this. So, um, so that's just how Darlington runs for me. Ugh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Um, So with that though, we're going to close on out for the night. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. We had a fun race to watch. We had at one point 7 different people all vying for the top spot. We were 3 wide. We were almost 4 wide at some point. So thank you guys so much for coming on out. Congrats to WRX Mike for the 3 for 3, 3 new winners, and he's the winner tonight. You have Terrell the Phantom in P2 as well as Agent Orange in P3. And let's see who's going to be, if we're going to be 4 for 4 or another multi-time winner next week at Darlington. It has to come to an end at some point, right? So with that, we're going to close on out. Have a
So,
good one. Peace.
y'all take it easy.